Hey, what's up everybody? Matt Bolin here. Hope you guys are all doing well, and I appreciate you taking a few minutes to check out this video. And this is my review of Yelp for Cash Confidential. All right, so today we're talking about Yelp for Cash Confidential. And this here is a step-by-step course that's going to teach us how to make money by helping local businesses claim and optimize their Yelp listing. So this is being released by Jim Mack and his partner Michael Rayburn. They own a local consulting agency together, and they also create and release digital products as well. This is being released Wednesday, March 21st at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is the sales page that I'm looking at here now. If you go ahead and click the link down below this video, that's what you'll be forwarded to. This is exactly what you'll see. And this is going to be $27. There's not going to be any price increases. It's not on a dime sale or a time sale. So the price isn't going to be increasing. It's going to be a set fixed price of $27. And like I said, this is a step-by-step course really teaching us how to prospect for businesses that have not yet claimed their Yelp listing, how to actually fulfill the service. And there are some techniques there on how to upsell. He doesn't dive too deeply into upselling additional services, but he really talks specifically about claiming and optimizing Yelp profiles. This here, Jim points out, he points it out here on the sales page. It's also pointed out within the guide as well, but $8,000 a year. That's the average extra revenue that a business makes when they've claimed their Yelp business profile. Now, just consider that for a second. Average $8,000 a year, the average business, when they just claim their Yelp business profile. They don't need to spend money on marketing. They don't need to do Yelp ads or anything like that. They just need to claim their profile, and on average, they'll make an extra $8,000 a year. That's pretty powerful. Go ahead and take a scroll through this page here. There were some pretty surprising things to me. Now, look, I've used Yelp a ton. I use it a lot when I travel, when I'm looking for restaurants and different pubs and things like that locally. That obviously, when I'm in an unfamiliar place, I don't know places, so I go to Yelp. That's what I do. When I'm local, here at home, not so much. I've lived here most of my life. I know what's going on. So I use Yelp a lot. I've helped customers claim their Yelp profile in the past. I've never offered it as a standalone or as a foot in the door service. Honestly, I've never considered it one until now. And now going through this, I'm saying, why, right? Why not? Yelp. Businesses that are on Yelp or that have a listing there that are not claimed, they're leaving this money on the table. Not just the $8,000. Obviously, every business that claims their Yelp profile isn't just going to have an extra $8,000 at the end of the year just because they claim their Yelp profile. Okay, so claiming your Yelp profile obviously provides you with additional things that you didn't have before you claimed it. And I'll get into that here in a second, but really what we're doing with offering this service is getting our foot in the door. We're not doing this here to make thousands of dollars every single month. This is a foot in the door method that is going to lead to selling other services. So what we want to do is go ahead, prove to the business owner that we're going to do what we say we're going to do, fulfill this service, and then we can upsell. You guys can upsell video marketing, social media management, website design, SEO, anything that you offer. But that's really going to be where the bread and butter is made. Okay, this is just a solid foot in the door strategy. You can sell it for $100, $50, $100, get your foot in the door, and then go ahead and upsell your other stuff from there. A cool thing that Jim points out within the course is a particular way to search within Google where we can uncover any businesses in our area that have not claimed their Yelp listing. So he gives us the particular string that we want to use in Google to go ahead and uncover these businesses that have not claimed their Yelp listing. So it's a pretty quick and easy way to find some local businesses that haven't claimed it. You don't have to scroll manually through every listing on Yelp, but you can go ahead and use that cool little trick there. So this is pretty cool too. Contrary to popular opinion, restaurants are not the most dominant business category on Yelp. According to a recent report, shopping is the biggest category at 23%. So retail stores are a good fit for this as well. Okay, so be sure to go ahead and take a scroll through the sales page here. A couple of things in the FAQ that are pretty interesting. Does this take a lot of time? And the answer, no, not really. Each client initially takes about an hour to set up and then a couple of minutes per month to manage. And it really depends on what other services you're providing as well. And will you need a large budget? Nope, absolutely not. You can do this with no money, and it's a great service for people that don't have money to start and are trying to really get started for as low a cost as possible. This is a perfect service for you. Can't clients do this themselves? I mean, come on, don't we say that about almost every service, right? I mean, they could, but very few will. As soon as they hear what it entails, most of them don't want anything to do with it. They'd rather pay us $50 or even $100 to go ahead and do it for them. So this here is the main offer. Again, be sure to go ahead and take a scroll through this. You can read through the testimonials and look through the rest of that there. But this is an awesome course. I'll show you the table of contents here. It's really in depth. You can tell just by reading through this here. Jim's offered this service for a while. He is, I'd call him an authority on Yelp business listings. And again, I've included this. I've actually just sold it as part of my hourly rate with other services that I've offered, but I've never had it as a standalone service until now. Just a couple of things here in the table of contents. Jim takes us through an introduction and goal setting. This is goal setting in terms of our business. And then he gets into why Yelp is important. And I'll go down to that here in a second. I'll just point out a few things that business owners have access to, or what additional things they can do once they've claimed their profile. But Jim also covers how to identify and find leads, how to contact them using an autoresponder. He's also provided some email templates that we can use as well. There's a nice series of 5 emails that we can send out to business owners who have not yet claimed their Yelp listings. And then he actually gets to the step-by-step process of fulfillment, right? How to go ahead and actually claim the business listing on Yelp. He takes us through that process, so we don't need to go ahead and research that. It's all here, really step-by-step, what we need to do. He's also got a couple of case studies, which are pretty cool as well. In each case study, he sent out 100 emails to unclaimed business listings. Sent them out to the business owners of the unclaimed business listings. And within each case study, he breaks down the amount of replies that he received back to those emails, how many he actually sold the Yelp business listing claiming service to, and which services he then upsold from there, and broke those down within the case studies as well. So just a minute here, I'm going to scroll down to the section that points out what business owners get when they actually claim their Yelp listing. Okay, so why Yelp is important to business owners. Number one, it's their chance for critical moment influence. Jim says here, by a mile, this is the most important reason to get on Yelp and help a business claim their page. 92% of people use online reviews, and let's think about the process that they go through. And really, they're at that moment when they're on Yelp. Now, that's the moment they're deciding. If they see a Yelp business page and get a negative impression, they're gone. If they get a positive impression, they're that much more likely and that much more inclined to actually visit that particular business. We already mentioned here that they're leaving at least $8,000 on the table, right? That's the average annual incremental revenue generated by a business claiming its free Yelp business page. That was put out by Boston Consulting Group in March of 2017. That's pretty strong. That's a pretty strong statistic. Also, to the business owners, have now an opportunity to respond publicly to reviews. And you might think, well, now they can respond to negative reviews. Not just negative reviews, but positive reviews as well, right? Let these people know that you appreciate them. They're your loyal customers, right? They're your advocates. They're the one going out to your business page and leaving that positive review. Acknowledge them. Let them know you appreciate them and the fact that they left that review. Also, the negative reviews as well. If anybody stumbles across their page and sees a negative review and sees a business owner that's actually proactive in responding to that and that cares about their business, that matters. And vice versa. On the other hand, somebody scrolls to a business page with a bunch of negative reviews and no reply from a business owner, well, they probably don't really care too much about their business or about those negative reviews, okay? Also, too, the ability to respond privately to reviewers. You can have like a little personal chat with viewers, not publicly on the business page, but also like a little messenger chat you can have with people as well, just to kind of, somebody who's maybe come in, as Jim points out, somebody who's come in and had a bad experience, leave a negative review, you could offer them an incentive to go ahead and come back, maybe a coupon or a reduced rate off of something else. Now, you wouldn't want to necessarily make that public on your page, because then you're just enticing people to leave a negative review to get a coupon. So, you wouldn't want to make that public per se, but you could go ahead and do that in a personal chat. Now, out of respect for Jim, I'm not going to keep scrolling through the content here. I'm not going to, go ahead and cover all of those, but there are a lot of reasons why a business owner wants to go ahead and claim their page. A couple of more, really, you want to go ahead and have professional photos up there. The business owner then has the option to get analytics, right? So this is an activity feed that a business owner will see in their Yelp back office when they log in. They see the activity feed. I had a business owner, he owned a restaurant. He was more concerned with his Yelp profile and his Yelp business page listing than he was with his website, because he saw this, the activity feed. In his head, he actually could equate people coming through his door with what he saw on Yelp. So it was pretty cool. But literally, a woman in her 20s from Los Angeles viewed the map of your business, has the exact timestamp when that happens. Yelp user clicked the call, Yelp viewed, Yelp got directions to your business. So you could literally see everything that somebody is doing doing, whether they're viewing the map, trying to get the phone number, get the directions, and business owners eat this stuff up. So they have access to that as well once their business listing is claimed. Also, 2 check-in offers. That's one thing that I look for when I travel. Businesses listed on Yelp that have check-in offers, because usually all you need to do is just check in and you get either a coupon, or when I was in New York, I got a whole free dish of nachos from Guy Fieri's restaurant. It was awesome. But when somebody checks into a business, it then posts to social profiles. How strong is that, right? Just by having a check-in offer. Now, if you're a business, somebody comes in, they're going to check in, post to their social profiles, let a couple hundred of their friends know where they are as well. So, once you really start to get into some of the benefits and advantages of being listed and claimed on Yelp, it's a really easy sell, guys. This is really not that hard to sell whatsoever. So the main offer, as I said, is $27. This is the members area here. Once you go ahead and purchase, this is what you'll see on the other side of the purchase. You can come on in, download that. There's also the sales presentation, email swipes, a goal setting worksheet, and a lead tracking spreadsheet as well. Honestly, those goal setting worksheets, lead tracking spreadsheets, nothing revolutionary. The meat and potato of the value here is going to be within the course itself, and then the sales presentation and email templates. So that's the main offer for Yelp for Cash Confidential. It's $27. Again, going to be available Wednesday, March 21st at 10 a.m. Eastern. Now, there are going to be some optional upgrade offers that you'll see as well. There's 2 of them, okay? So they're both going to be priced at $47 each. The first optional upgrade offer that you'll see is going to be how to scale our business. So Jim takes us through, as we mentioned, look, the real money here isn't going to be in the Yelp claiming and optimizing service. It's going to be in the additional services we sell after the fact. And so this is what teaches us how to do that. Jim shows us here really how to go from a foot in the door service type agency, all the way up to having 5-figure a month clients. And one of the coolest things about this here are the outsourcers. Jim's actually included his outsourcer Rolodex as well. So that would save a ton of time as opposed to fulfilling all these services ourselves. Now, of course, when you outsource, you're going to have to pay somebody to do that. But again, if you want to go ahead and save the time, the outsourcers are there. So that's the scale up course. That's the first optional upgrade offer that you'll see. And the second optional upgrade offer is going to be for a marketing course. This is the marketing system that Jim and Mike use. There are a lot of things included here. So he's got the guide itself. It's the 45-page manual, 11 over-the-shoulder videos. He's got an email sequence, another sales presentation, consultant contracts, a service and pricing flyer, tasks, how to manage social media campaigns. Also a new client launch questionnaire, prospecting spreadsheet, and a lead tracking sheet as well. So this here, the marketing kit, this is really going to take us step by step on how to market and prospect for clients. I'll say this about the OTOs. If you don't have systems and processes in place to upsell services or for prospecting, go ahead and check these out. They might be for you. Really, this front end offer is all you need. This is going to cover everything on how to prospect, fulfill, deliver the Yelp claiming and optimization services, and that's everything you need to go ahead and offer that. It's awesome. I'm happy I went through it because I really had never considered this a foot in the door or a standalone offer, but I'm glad I did because this is really an area of opportunity for a lot of businesses, and they're leaving money on the table. Obviously, $8,000 a year on average. So this is an easy sell, guys. I'm happy about this. I'm looking forward to being able to offer this, and you should too. So if you have any questions whatsoever, definitely let me know. Again, this is going to be available Wednesday, March 21st at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I appreciate you guys taking a few minutes to check out this video. If you could, please go ahead, give me a thumbs up. Go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already, and I will catch up with you soon. Take care.